So today we're just going to be looking at the Fenix 8. This is the 47mm edition. It's just been released, and this is going to be quite a subjective video because I'm going to be talking about my very best watch faces, and I'm quite a snob when it comes to watch faces because I want something that's usable but also looks really good, and I've settled on this. It's beautiful. It's not totally customizable, but it works really well, and it works well for me and gives me everything that I need. Because once I really like the watch face, then I would just absolutely stick with it. And this is one that I stick with. So these are all my current Garmin faces installed, watch faces. We've got simple TDB, Mark Athletic, we've got the EPIX DTR and the Orbit 2 as well. All really good watch faces. I don't actually use the Faceit app. I'm not into like building my own. I like ones that are pre-done, even if they come at a cost as well. So, and which one of these does. So I'll show you through what simple TDB is and the kind of watch face that you can get by installing this free application, this free watch face, and just tweaking a few little settings. Now, if you haven't already figured out, if you go into the watch face and then you go into settings, you have all of these settings here, like absolutely tons of them. And one of the weirdest things is that the paid version of one of these watch faces actually isn't that customizable, but I'll let you know about that in just a minute. So if you don't already know, these are the pre-built watch faces by Garmin. I'm not really digging them, if I'm perfectly honest. I don't mind that one, the data dash, and configure it to your own liking, but still not really a fan of out of the box ones. So here we have simple TDB, and I like it. A big, clear, solid watch face with everything on the outside. You can see I've got my recovery hours. You can also see my intensity minutes. You can see my body battery. You can see the dates, the steps I've done today, and currently the battery remaining on the device as well. So really, really good. And remember, totally customizable as well. The next one is the Mark Athletic or Mark Athlete, which is okay, but if I'm honest, I actually very rarely use it, to be honest. So let's just move on. Oh no, that was actually the Mark Athlete. Again, not really too keen on it, to be honest. It was a free one as well. So this one, Orbit 2. I started customizing this tonight. I think I'll play around with it a bit more because I am starting to like it. I like the font used on there. You can't actually change the font, but I just think it looks really, really good. And nice bold colors, clear steps, clear calories burnt today as well. It doesn't give you active calories or anything, but you can pretty much configure that in the app if you like. So we go on to my favorite one, which I think is one that you also should have, is the EPIX DTR. You can see that subtle orange around the outside. You can configure that obviously as well. My data's not displaying actually down the bottom here just because I'm not wearing it, but everything else just looks absolutely beautiful. Remember, it's not totally customizable, so I'll just deep dive into the actual app settings for this watch face as well. But what do you think of that? I absolutely freaking love it. Gorgeous watch as well. So here's the EPIX DTR, the digital tactix R, and you can see a few screenshots at the bottom of what you're going to get on this watch. Remember, it's not totally customizable. You do have to send the developer like $5 and then you get the unlocked premium version, but I totally think it's worth it. I've been using this watch face for about 2 weeks. But if we go into the settings, you can see it's not actually tons compared to other even free watch faces, but it just works for me. I'll take you into some of the watch faces as well so that you can customize. Pretty decent, but that personally works for me well, and I absolutely freaking love it. I went for the orange, the subtle orange around the outside, which randomly actually has just disappeared, which has never happened before. There we go, it's back. I went for the subtle orange because obviously we've got an orange watch strap, and we've also got an orange accent over some of the sensors. So that is the EPIX DTR, and I'll leave the link to this in the description below as well if you want to check it out. Remember, it will cost you a few dollars, I think $4.99, something like that, but it's well worth it for the time and effort that the developer has actually spent on it. There we go. I'm going to do a better review coming up soon, but this is just to get it out there, just get the algorithm working on sports and watches and Fenix and everything like that. But yeah, if you want me to do a full-on review on the Fenix 8, then I would more than happily do that. Let me know.